guys, it's Rosie. So as you can see, my hair is lighter. I didn't record anything new about my hair coloring since the last video when I first highlighted it, but I actually did go through and do cap highlights again, this time with a L'Oreal highlighting kit. And I used that kit just to try out something different, and I feel like it was a little bit more potent. So as you can see, my hair got pretty light, and yeah, it's a little bit dry, but it's not too bad. I figured that before I toned it, I wanted to lighten it a little bit more because I find if your hair isn't light enough, the toning isn't really going to be super noticeable. That was my cat. Yeah, I wanted the toning to be pretty noticeable. I actually did go through and tone my hair the last time I did it, but like I said, it wasn't like a super difference. So I'm going to tone it today with Wella T14 and a 050 additive, which will make it a little bit stronger, the toner. And the reason why I'm using T14 instead of the famous T18 is T18 isn't gonna work too well unless your hair is very light and very yellow. Mine, I feel like still kind of a mix more on the orange side. So the T14 is more of a blue-based toner, so blue would cancel out the orange. Purple is what cancels out the yellow. So I'm gonna go with blue this time because like I said, the last toner didn't really do anything, and I kind of used like a purple toner, which wasn't gonna do anything anyway. So yeah, let's see how it works. Here's the things that I got from Sally's. I got a 20 volume developer. The last time I toned my hair, I got a 6 volume, and I just feel like it wasn't potent enough. I don't mind if the 20 lightens my hair a tiny bit more. I got a mixing bowl because I don't have a mixing bowl. I did get this 2-step protein treatment, so if my hair does get a little bit damaged, the protein should help restore it a little bit. Here is the toner that I got, the T14. So it's pale ash blonde. As you can see, it's like a blue compared to the purple toner. So yeah, this you're gonna mix with the developer. And then I did get the 050 cooling violet additive, and I feel like because it's like violet, that probably will have a tiny bit of purple in it, since I do have a bit of yellow in my hair also, but violet is kind of on the blue side also. So this is just going to kind of enhance it a little bit and make the toner a little bit more strong. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to open the T14 color charm, and it says to pre-lay in the hair to required level, which is what I've done. Mix 1 part of the color charm, so this, with 2 parts of the developer. So 1 of these, 2 of the developer. So I'm gonna pour the developer in this bottle twice and dump it in to get the measurements right. So here's what it looks like. I have my little mixing bowl here. My cat is trying to join. You probably see his ear. Okay, so I'm just gonna dump that in. I don't have a brush because honestly, even when I bleach my hair, I like to just use my hands and kind of put it in as if I was putting leave-in conditioner in my hair, which is definitely not the most professional way to do things, but I do find it the easiest as long as you make sure you're covering your whole entire head. Mochi. Okay, so gonna dump in the T14. The interesting thing with this toner is it is so strong, like the smell of it, like, in my opinion, it's stronger than the bleach, but it's not going to be as damaging as bleach, so don't let the smell fool you. So I'm going to take the 20 volume now, cream developer. Actually, I'm going to give it a little shake. Just make sure nothing is separated. Okay, so now I'm just going to pour this in once. Mochi, you can't see him right now, but he's climbing. Ooh, right behind. Ooh, okay, so a little overflow there. So 1. I have you guys sitting in my cabinet. So I dumped once. I'm gonna fill this up again and pour it in. So now the other thing we're going to add in is the 050 additive. So add 2 to 4 capfuls into the mixture. So I'm gonna add 4 because I just feel like because my hair still isn't super light, I feel like having the color as potent as I can will be helpful. Okay, so I'm just gonna add 4 capfuls. If a little more goes in, I think that's fine. That was a little bit more. That was probably more like 5 capfuls, but it's fine. I don't think my hair is light enough to like straight up turn purple or anything like that. So I'm just gonna save this now. Just gonna stir it up with this. Try to be careful because this is like very liquidy, so can be a bit messy. But I believe once we have it all mixed up, it should be more of like a paste. Yeah, so it's getting a little bit thicker as I'm mixing it. And as you can see, it doesn't look blue or anything right now, but as you put it in your hair and let it sit, it kind of changes color. Okay, so I think this is pretty good. This is pretty much what it should look like once you have it all mixed up. So let's go apply it. Okay, so I have my gloves on. I have a shirt on that I don't care if it gets dyed. Shameless plug, I have an Etsy shop and I make these bleach dyed crew necks and pants and I sell them. So if you're interested, my shop is called Shop Evolution Co. I will put the link in the description. I love making bleach dye things and tie-dye things, so check it out. Like I said, I'm just going to apply this. Actually, I should probably brush my hair first. This is actually the blondest I think I've like ever been, ever. I feel like every time I lighten my hair, even when I get it lightened at a salon, I get some highlights or the balayage or whatever, it always gets to that medium in between orange color and I'm just so sick of it. That's what made me bleach it again. I was a little bit scared, but I feel like if you're stuck in that medium orange, it just doesn't go away. Even if you tone it, I feel like I'm even now a little bit at a point where it's not gonna be super effective, but let's hope it is. I said I'm just gonna literally grab globs of it and put it in my hair. No method here. My hair luckily is actually pretty thin. It doesn't look super thin just because it's a little crazy, but it is thin. I also want to add, I feel like what made a difference this time when I did the cap highlights is I actually pulled some pieces in the front here. So like this piece, for example, I pulled it out of the cap completely and I just pulled it in the front, almost like bangs out of the cap. And I put bleach in those pieces, like pretty thick chunks, because I feel like the face framing just makes a huge difference. And when you use cap highlights, it doesn't really give you face framing highlights. It just kind of gives you all over even highlights. So I feel like having the face framing, like thicker chunks of bleached hair, makes a huge difference. So a little pro tip from a non-pro. Okay, so I have the toner totally saturated on my hair now. I used the entire thing. Probably didn't need to use the whole thing, but I'd rather have more on my hair than less and miss any spots. I did want to add that the reason I put toner on dry hair, in my opinion, this has so many different opinions. This whole should you put toner on damp hair, wet hair, dry hair. I feel like most people do it on damp hair, but in my opinion, I feel like putting toner on damp hair or wet hair especially would just water it down a little bit. Some people say it makes it easier to spread, but I can like guarantee every inch of my hair is covered in toner right now. So up to you. Do a little more research into it. I tried to do some research in it and I did find some people were saying that it just would dilute the toner, which to me makes sense. Like if you poured a little bit of water in your toner, that would dilute it. If there's water sitting on your hair, that probably will also dilute it. So up to you. I'm sure it works either way, but I just want it to be pretty strong. I'm gonna let this sit for about 20 minutes or so. Also, I don't think I mentioned, but like I'm not a professional. I just am trying out different things in my hair and hoping it works out. So fingers crossed. The next time you'll see me, I think, is I'm just gonna hop in the shower and shampoo it out, condition my hair like usual. I think I'll blow dry it to make the process a little bit quicker and I'll show you guys the result. Hey guys, so it's a little bit later and I just wanted to show you the final result. I think it came out really nice. Pro tip, don't use 20 volume developer if you don't want your roots to lighten. Everything came out perfect, but my roots did lighten a little bit. You could probably tell from the before clip. They were more of like, I mean, they were my natural color. They were like a more chocolatey brown, and now they're like a little bit orangey. Not too orangey, but they are a little bit more brassy just because the toner or the developer acted as a bleach almost and lightened them a tiny bit. So apparently if you use 10 volume developer, that should not happen. So just be aware of that. But besides that, I think it came out really, really nice. Exactly what I wanted it to look like. And I don't mind the fact that my roots lightened up. I think it actually made it look a little more natural. Like it doesn't look like such harsh streaks in my hair now. So yeah, I hope you guys found this video helpful. Let me know if you have any questions at all. I will definitely get back to you and I'll see you guys in my next video.